So today, the Houston Texans finally did reveal their new uniforms for the 2024 NFL season, releasing 4 different types of uniforms. If you do recall, a couple weeks ago, maybe even a few weeks ago, it was leaked out of the away uniform. I think they were I don't know if it was an abandoned factory or warehouse, whatever it may be. The away ones were leaked. Maybe there were a couple images, one with that, and the other one I think with Tank Dow and someone else posing with the away uniforms. So we did believe, so we know for sure that was going to be part of the uniform. We just didn't know what the rest was going to be, and boy, did they come up big with this. And we're going to kind of just look at it right now, breaking down the 4 jerseys they came out with. So starting off with the home uniform, it's, to me, I think they did an amazing job with this one. I'm going to have a small critique with, especially the home and away one, we'll get to in a second, but I love what they did with this. This is essentially what you want in a rebrand or a modern version of what they've worn. They did a fantastic job with this, especially with the Texans logo on the shoulders. Not too, not as much striping as it was in the previous uniform, but again, just very sleek, very just bold. I don't want to say bold, but just an amazing look for what they did for this rebrand. I love what they've done. They didn't go too crazy with the dark blue. Kind of kept it the same. Maybe it went a tad bit darker in this instance, but I think overall it looks like, if you compare it to the previous uniforms, especially the home ones, an amazing updated version of that. So now we get to the away ones, like I said, that were leaked out a while ago. And my only knock on this is I just don't like, it's a personal thing, it's nitpicking, but I just don't like when home and away jerseys are different. So I'd much rather seen the Texans logo on the shoulder and the away one, as opposed to having the horn. So we're having 2 different designs for the jerseys. We have horns on the away one. We have the logo on the shoulder. I don't like that, but again, it's a small nitpick. But just basing off the jersey, what they have, it's, again, I think they did a great job with the white jerseys. And I saw there was 2 pictures they came out with, which we'll get into the red one in a second. But I did have an all white one with them wearing the white pants with it. It looked amazing, and it's by far, I think, for the home and away jerseys, they've done an outstanding job. Probably one of the very few times that a team has done a great job rebranding, but it keeps getting better. And probably by far the best combination the uniform is coming up next is the battle red they had, and they just took the last couple of years of the red helmet and the red jersey and took it up a notch. They made an all red, chrome helmet red, chrome face mask, everything. It was all red. It's beautiful. It's one of the best jerseys, I think, in the NFL, and probably the best out of the wardrobe they have for the 4. It's amazing. This definitely is really speaking towards the perspective of college football, how bold, how vibrant, how bright they are with their uniform combinations, and I think this is an amazing step in the right direction for the NFL, especially with the Texans done. Of course, they have a new logo on this. It's no longer the Texans logo that they had the last couple of seasons when they introduced the battle red helmet. It now has horns on this. Like I said, this was leaked. Not necessarily the helmet, but of course the horns that we saw on the side as well. But again, I think they did a fantastic job with the decal on there. It's simple, but it works. So I cannot wait to see these in action whenever how many times they use them, because like I said, they have 2 alternate jerseys, and I don't know how much time they're going to split up in between them. Maybe you see one of each once a season. Maybe you get 2 a season or 2 appearances for one of these. But the next one I'm going to get to is I'm not the biggest fan of, but if it's the worst out of the 4, the Texans did a fantastic job. So I don't know what to call this one, because this is considered the color rush jersey. So this is the next one I'm showing, is the alternate jersey. I don't know if there is a specific name for it, but this was leaked as well. If you remember, I did post this in a few others as well. I think it was last week this was posted. The helmet was leaked out. It was a few second video of them showcasing it. Was a little bit interested in seeing what the rest of the jersey looks like, and it's bold once again. Taking inspiration from the home jersey with having the Texans logo on the shoulder. And it's once again, it's very out there. It's in your face, especially with the lettering for the color, bright red. You have bright blue as well, matching the decal as well, and sticking to, I don't know if it's the same color as the home jersey for the dark blue, or if this is even a darker shade or a different color. But overall, like, again, it's very busy, just to say at least. This is totally different than what we're used to for the most part in the NFL. I did tweet this out. It says the only jersey that will take a while to get used to is the fourth alternate, which it is, and I think even it's getting fat. You know, it's starting to get. I'm starting to warm up to a lot faster than I would have thought. But I'd like to see these in action, at least on the field, and see how these work out, along with the other ones as well. But this one's definitely an interesting one, no doubt, especially the decal. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of the blue H. I get they kind of had outside inspiration for us and people helping them. But overall, again, if this is the worst out of the four, the Texans did a fantastic job with this rebranding. And no doubt, if I can switch that, let's get back to the tweet. There we go. We'll cover the Broncos in a different one. Overall, 9 out of 10. And I think the Houston Texans are up there as one of the best uniform combinations and uniform wardrobes in the NFL. I still think the Chargers are number one with their combinations as well. And maybe if you want to put a couple of things, you know, other people up there as well. Maybe the Philadelphia Eagles with their Kelly green uniforms may be up there too. Whoever you want to put up there. But the Texans, I think, for what they're rebranding, I think they certainly, without a doubt, knocked it out of the park. 9 out of 10, I gave it to them. And once again, I even like for the fourth ones, what I keep saying, I cannot wait to see these uniforms in action on the field. Cannot wait. And it's for Houston Texans fans, it's, if you want to collect all the jerseys and wear them on the specific games that they wear these, it's going to cost you a ton of money. But I think no doubt these are worth it to buy. No, 100%. These I'm jealous to a point. And for the Bills, I think the Bills do have good uniforms, but to have these four different types of jerseys to have, I think it's amazing. And once again, I think it really speaks volumes to me. It reminds me of college football once again, how vibrant it is. And I hope the NFL takes note and takes inspiration of what the Texans have done and go out there and do something like that. Be vibrant, take a chance. I mean, similar to the Detroit Lions with their alternate jersey, when they went back to the black uniforms as well for their alternates, they have I don't know if I would say chrome blue as well from blue helmets, taken over from the previous anniversary one that they had with like the old Detroit logo from like the 1930s or 1940s, wherever it may be. They wore with the gray uniforms. Those are no longer they're no longer here. They're gone. They were replaced by the Detroit Lions logo with a chrome blue helmet. And also too with the Cleveland Browns, with them bringing back the white face mask, they changed the type of orange. I think they went to a glossy type of orange, but once again, it's just a slow step in, I think, a direction of the customization of college football. I think for football or for NFL, it's always been kind of, if you want to say your typical, you know, button up, professional. Let's stay in the boundaries. Don't go too crazy and all that. And I think slowly but surely we are getting to a point where teams are starting to be bold and start to be creative and vibrant. And, you know, no doubt we've had plenty, and I can't emphasize enough, plenty of teams to strike out in rebrands. And it's nice to see every once in a while you have someone that hits it on the head, like I said, with the Chargers, with the Texans, and hopefully for other teams years to come when they actually have a true rebrand, and not, and when I say rebrand, and probably what other people refer to as actually making a new jersey and a new uniform, and not just grabbing inspiration back from the old days and bringing it back into the modern times. Like I said, for Detroit, for Tampa, for the Jets, for their legacy uniforms, even though they have a sleek, nice uniforms as well. I think for truly making brand new uniforms, the Houston Texans are by far one of the best that we've seen in a long time. And no doubt, it's, once again, just give credit to them. Cannot wait to see it on the field. And once again, I mean, it's going to cost you a lot of money, but certainly worth it to buy all four of them. But we'll be covering the other ones individually next. I think to make it simple, we'll probably cover the Denver Broncos, which is, there's a lot to say with that one, but the polar opposite, the total opposite direction in terms of standard for jerseys and creativity. We'll get to that when we do, but give credit to Houston Texans with this one.